another way in which this game is a technical marvel. I was blown away by the use of 3D here. Even though, of course, it was just a pre-generated sprite, it was still something that I hadn't seen in very many video games, computer games, just in general. Up to that point. So, there's this museum right here, there's this rotating restaurant on top. Let's go in here first.
He looks like my 8th grade English teacher, but with more warmth. Now there's something you don't see every day.
What the hell are you talking about, Sam? We dump our fish heads out the window all the time.
Yeah, but these are halibut. He looks like my 8th grade English teacher, but with more warmth. It's a 1/200,000th scale model of the actual ball of twine.
And it's only 1/200,000 as stupid as the actual ball of twine.
According to the plaque, this is a shaving from the first foot of the ball of twine.
I didn't know it was old enough to shave.
Fun facts about the world's largest ball of twine. If laid out from end to end, the ball would stretch from here to the far side of Jupiter. Also, scientists theorize that by 2053, the sheer weight of the ball will push the Earth out of its orbit, propelling our planet on a collision course with the Sun.
Good thing my life expectancy is only 6 years.
Way to take the short view, little buddy.
Awesome. Let's talk to this guy.
Do you work here?
Yep, have been for 40 years. So how can I help you?
Stop staring at me.
I can't help it.
It's places like this that make me wish I were Canadian.
Well, they've got one of these too, but half of it's French.
Oh, this guy seems nice.
You haven't seen an 8-foot-tall woodland creature answering to the name of Bruno around here, have you?
Are you talking about Bruno the Bigfoot?
Yeah.
He and a bunch of other Bigfoots helped build the ball of twine back in '56. Why, the stories I could tell.
No!
I've heard enough stories today. Have you seen Bruno recently?
I haven't seen Bruno in 30 or so years. Is he in trouble?
That depends on your definition.
I like to use the one that involves spiny echidnae.
Well, is there anything else I can help you with?
Just keep going down this list.
What's with all the fish guts flying past the window?
Those are leftovers from our last fish delivery. Our famous rotating restaurant has fresh fish flown in every day from the world of fish in Mosquitaville, Missouri.
One thing I like is if you didn't have the magnet in the inventory and you talk to this fellow, you could get the location of the world of fish from this conversation right here.
Has Conroy Bumpus passed through here?
Who's that?
He's a country western star gone berserk with power.
I wouldn't know him if I saw him. I don't get out much.
He's our #1 suspect.
This ball isn't really made from a continuous piece of twine, is it?
Yep, it's the longest piece of twine in the world by 92 yards.
That'll be all for now.
Also, Conroy, as our suspect, just realized, hey, we already know, like, who Bruno left with, and it is not him. He's basically just pursuing Bruno. Huh. This is still a detective game. I've decided. Alright, let's actually use this. Do it? Yes. No! Oh.
Too late.
That's a problem with this. I believe this animation played relatively well on my PC back in the day. Back when I was playing the floppy version. Here we go.
Shake a leg, Max.
I remember trying to trap Max on the other side of the map, but the game would just wait.
Hey, look! That's one long loose end.
Too bad we can't reach it from this side of the deck. You always need a large piece of string in games like this.
It's true. And you can't just buy one. They don't sell it at the only store that exists in this game.
He looks safe enough.
Okay.
What you doing?
Using my telekinetic powers to bend my tools.
Why?
To help me fix the rotating mechanism on this f***ing diner.
Well, that makes sense. What are these malformed tools good for?
Lots of things. Like scratching those hard-to-reach places.
Every place is hard for me to reach.
Would you like a free sample?
Sure.
Let me make one for you. It's all yours.
Thanks.
Nice.
Hey, lay off the swearing. We're trying to appeal to kids.
Get bent.
%, ampersand, $sign.
And colon, semicolon, too.
What are you doing?
Swearing in longhand, asterisk mouth. Should I even bother asking you about Conroy Bumpus?
No.
Have you heard anything about Bruno the Bigfoot?
Who the is Bruno the Bigfoot?
Sam, he's speaking in tongues.
Well, bye. I've got to use this elevator.
It's kind of a weird thing. I suppose this was put in as a user interface issue because people, presumably while testing this game, accidentally clicked on the elevator and went down and enjoyed this sequence right here. So I can imagine how annoying it would be for that to just happen. Noticing this palette shifting right here? That's neat. Let's go. I do enjoy that this game exclusively takes place in tourist locations, tourist traps.
I hear a distant rumbling.
You should have thought of that before we left.
And there it goes.
Weird. Fish feed.
Had to stand all the way over here to read this.
What a hunk of filet. I'm naming it Bubbles.
Can't talk to it though.
It's a big fish net.
Can I use it? Interesting.
Wretched refuse on a teeming shore. What's going on here?
What's going on? I'll tell you what's going on. I'm risking pneumonia standing in this creek. That's what's going on.
You must really love fish.
Actually, I'm allergic to them.
Then why do you work here?
Because I'm more allergic to poverty.
I love all your movies, especially the early funny ones.
What are you talking about?
Sorry, I must have confused you with someone else. What do you know about Bigfoots?
My great-aunt Lois married a Bigfoot. He used to shed all over Grandma Phyllis's upholstery.
What's the deal with that helicopter?
That helicopter is the bane of my existence. Every time I catch enough fish to fill a net, the helicopter swoops down and carries the fish to the Ball of Twine Diner in Central Dis, Minnesota.
How sad.
I know. It's like being stuck in a Norman Mailer novel.
Have you seen Conroy Bumpus?
No, I try not to listen to country music. When I do, I usually have an uncontrollable desire to drink a lot of beer and do illegal things to farm animals. You too?
Don't move.
Okay.
That's a large fiberglass fish.
All right, well. And of course, like, this tool is already...
It's a perfectly good metric left-handed spanner that's been bent out of shape.
It's already in my inventory, but if I try to use this...
This is a completely unusable thingamabob.
That's a generic message. But let's use this.
That did the trick. It's still a large fiberglass fish. It's kind of wobbly in here.
Adventure games. Let's get Max over here. Hey!
Hey, Max, come here.
Geronimo!
One must admire the skill with which the wily uber trout stalks its prey.
This is one of the 10 most liberating experiences of my life, Sam. Holy mackerel. I'm a trout, stupid. Holy trout. I'd always thought you were made of plaster. Now what do we do, Sam?
I'm thinking. What's that noise?
It sounds like you do when you've eaten too much Thai food, Sam.
I appreciate this game's willingness to indulge itself in animated sequences like these. So you fly across 3 states. No big deal.
I told you I had a plan.
Okay, I don't believe there's much that he can do from here, aside from... You can look at Max.
I really think we need that loose end, Sam.
Okay, and obviously we use the most versatile item in our inventory.
Hey, Max, I've got another plan.
I think I liked you better when you were clueless.
Shut up and climb over the rail. See? That wasn't so bad.
What are you two doing out here?
Any more bright ideas?
Let's start crying like babies.
Galileo was wrong.
I don't think we were in a vacuum, Max.
Hey, how will we get our car back?
Wait for it.
Yep, sure. So what did we pick up?
It's a swatch of Bruno's fur and mange.
No, the other icon like that.
It's 91 yards of twine.
Alright, so this is still the longest by 1 yard. Thereabouts. You can get that clarification if you talk to that guy, but I'm not going to waste everybody's time with that. Alright, well that was fun. So, let's see here. Alright, I believe the only place to go... Well, actually, first I have to go over here. Because I forgot to pick up this. Let's look at it first.
It's a bucket of fish.
Actually, Sam, it's a slimy bucket of fish. I wonder if this will in any way shape our thoughts on today's lunch.
Grab it. Okay, and now we're done forever with the world of fish. Wait, actually, I wonder if there's any new conversation if he's talking to this fellow.
Having any luck?
I haven't had any luck since the day I was born.
About that helicopter.
Don't get me started about that fiendish contraption that leaves me to toil Sisyphus-like for all eternity in this chilly creek.
Oh, okay.
Alright, well,
Don't move.
I think it's nice of them to add additional conversation topics, or rather, additional lines for existing conversation topics if you're in the type of situation where you're just cruising around the country looking for clues. Okay.
This would look great in our office.
So this would look great in my office. I would own this.
It's about time they closed this senseless, cruel, politically incorrect attraction.
It was my favorite.
What is it?
It looks like a couple of snakes.
Everything looks like a couple of snakes to you. It's a broken golf ball retriever.
Okay.
He's repulsive, but I can't take my eyes off of him. Not that I care, but what made you think of putting alligators and golf together?
I didn't. Fact is, this place used to be a miniature golf course. Then, back in '89, the swamp flooded the whole shooting match, windmills and all. Next thing I knew, I had a half-submerged miniature golf course crawling with 10-foot-long gators.
I hate when that happens.
Tell me about it. So I turned the golf course into a driving range.
This must be a popular teen hangout.
It was. Then we had that problem with the Jenkins kid. Court made me destroy my best gator over that. Well, what can I do for you?
I've got an inexplicable urge to buy some suitcases.
Don't even joke about it, city boy.
Do you know what this thing is?
That used to be my golf ball retriever. One of the gators bit the end clean off it. Until I get my new one, I have to get the golf balls out of the water manually.
Isn't that dangerous?
Take a look.
I love the touches added to animation, or added to the character animation here. Like the fact that when you select a conversation topic, Sam puts his hands in his pockets.
So what kind of handicap does your average Bigfoot have?
Sometimes, apparently.
Bigfoots? Don't get me started about Bigfoots. I used to have a Bigfoot. He was my star attraction.
I'm beginning to sense a theme here.
I kept him fed and sheltered, and how does he repay me?
In 10s and 20s?
No, he ran away.
Did he have help?
Well, someone must have given him that there acetylene torch to cut through his protective ankle wear.
Protective ankle wear?
Okay, shackles.
What do you think of Conroy Bumpus?
There we go.
Conroy Bumpus? He's my idol. I've named all my kids and pets after him. I built a beer can shrine to him in the garage. I live for the day when I can meet him in person. Why do you ask?
No reason. Don't go anywhere.
Where would I go?
Heh. Anyway, this guy's scum. Let's go.
Max, let's go.
And the proprietor has no idea what happened to his Bigfoot?
That's what he said, Mr. Bumpus.
You know, Lee Harvey, I'm beginning to think that vast unseen forces are aligned against my quest for a Bigfoot.
Ditto.
Ditto? Hey, look it! It's those two, what was that word, Sam?
Misanthropes?
Yeah, misanthropes! What are you, anyway, the president of the Hair Club for Short People?
This is Mr. Conroy Bumpus, famed country and western star. I'd suggest you show him some respect.
Yeah, well, he looks like a lounge lizard to me. And I'll bet his scalp itches from that bad rug. Maybe you should watch yourself, little furball. Yeah, well, I've got more hair on my fuzzy little butt than you do on that hollow country head of yours. Okay, I've had enough. Nobody makes fun of my hair.
Hold still, you flea-bitten polecat. Here you go, boss.
What a jerk. It's a nice 5-iron, though.
I hate country music!
So, Max is now separate from us. You can in fact head all across the entire country without him to every location you've gone to so far, which I can't imagine like what length of effort they must have had to go through to test all that, but
Nice alligators. Do you like roaches?
let's look at these creatures. Oh, they're so cute. Okay. So what we can do is take a swing. Okay, it just heads up there. Weird.
4!
And so in this interface, you can basically just click wherever you want. And I believe there are reactions whenever you, or like, regardless of which one of these you actually target. I'm not going to go through all of them, but I will say, hey, you can do this. Because why wouldn't you, honestly? That is not what you have to do to rescue Max here. Instead, and that's great. Oh, you already have so many inventory items. Well, what you're supposed to do is take this. Oh, yes, actually, okay. Take this and replace the bucket of golf balls with it. The inventory items, by the way, there are so many in this that have no purpose whatsoever. I don't believe you use the golf balls at any point later in the game. Same with, let's see here. I mean, this is a minigame that we'll be getting into later, but I believe the Gator Golf card also, it is not used, and like neither is the pass. I believe it's just a flag that is ticked in the game that lets you explore the carnival. Anyway. Then we have this bucket of fish, presumably not living fish. Not that it matters that much. I consider them on the low end of sentience.
Get me the hell out of here!
Anyway, what we're supposed to do is create a bridge using these alligators, and we do this by feeding them in just the right way. And it requires a bit of testing. Quite a bit of trial and error. As you can imagine, considering the amount of animated elements at play here, it was not necessarily kind to my old PC. Okay, I think that's the right place for that one to be. I think that one is fine. The third one, rather, which means we have just 3 left. Okay, that works. Okay. It's a great animation. I want somebody to make an indie game reusing those sprites, just where you have Sam from Sam & Max Hit the Road Golfing. Nothing to stop anyone from doing that. Not in this modern age. Oh, swing and a miss. Oh, okay. Actually works perfectly.
Hey, you've made a path across the driving range.
I'm brilliant.
Geez, that certainly took long enough.
Shut up, Max. I hate that game.
Is that because you're a lousy golfer?
You're an irritable bunny today, aren't you?
Yeah, well, why don't you try sitting in this smelly booth while I beat the hell out of helpless fish?
Maybe I should just leave you there.
Did I mention what a lousy golfer you were? Whee!
You just keep doing this.
Do it again! Do it again!
One more time.
again. Do it again.
Nah. Let's open this.
Hey, Sam.
Hey, what?
I found another sample of Sasquatch fur and mange in the booth. While I spent my young life waiting, just sitting there, in that horrible booth, waiting.
Jeez, Max, get over it.
Okay, here, you carry it.
I'd better. I'm not sure where you'd put it.
That's none of your business, Sam.
That's a recurring theme in the comics, the Sam and Max comics, which I read a ton of as a child. Let's open this. There's things here.
It's a snow globe from the Mystery Vortex in scenic Goldwump, Washington.
Let me see.
Take a look.
Too bad it's empty or we could shake it.
Like this?
I love these close-ups.
Yeah. What's that writing on the bottom of the globe?
To Elmo the Bigfoot. Keep on truckin'. Shavul the Mole Man.
Hey, maybe Shavul's at the Mystery Vortex. Let's go there before I'm distracted by something.
So that actually gives you a reason to go there. Alright, I don't think there's anything else here, so let's go. Let's see here. Alright, so we're going to be taking a road trip across the country. Why not do this? And we're in Louisiana, so the mascot for this Snuckies is a giant crawfish.
It's the mother of all crawdads.
Can I talk to it? No, I can't. Can I pick it up? No. Let's go in.
It's a carousel of bootleg Sam and Max paint-by-number books.
Take this. And let's pay.
You're awfully cheery for a minimum wage.
Skip. There we go. Got this.
I'd like to buy this.
Do you have any money?
Of course.
Will that be all for you today?
That'll be all.
Yes, absolutely. Okay. And hey, we could ask him about, Bruno.
Do you know anything about Bigfoots?
Only what I read in the Weekly International Evening Inquirer Star. Anything else?
Nothing.
You have no idea how often I hear that.
We could talk to this tourist over here.
Excuse me.
What?
Excuse me.
What?
Sharing this experience with you has reminded me.
I want Twinklies! More Twinklies!
Okay. And hey, let's check in with Max. Why not?
Are you as confused as I am?
More so.
Tons of stuff.
What should we do now?
Let's find Bruno and Trixie and collect the fat reward.
You're looking hale and hearty, little buddy.
Oh, seen this.
Rasp, rasp, rasp.
You're losing it, Sam.
Why is this game called Car Bomb, anyway?
To avoid getting the pantsuit off us.
But you don't wear any pants.
Don't remind me.
I wonder where Bruno is.
I'm still trying to figure out where I am, Sam.
I wonder where Trixie is.
I shudder to think of the gross kissy-poo noises she's making with her boyfriend, Bruno.
I'm concerned about this Conroy Bumpus character.
Don't worry, Sam. We'll mop up the floor with his cheap toupee.
Want to do some painting, Max?
You know us lagomorphs are colorblind, Sam.
That's weird. So am I.
Huh.
Well, that's all.
Alright, let's actually experience one of these. So. Okay. So we have 2 games so far. There's Car Bomb, there's this paint by number thing. Let's do this. Oh, okay. And I suppose this is just a nice use of the palette shifting feature. Inside of his mouth should be red. This should be sterling silver. Actually, let's make it a golden dagger. Anyway, I think this is just a nice little bonus to have. Anyway, Esk. I can also do this. Car Bomb.
Finish setting up your half of the board, doofus.
Right-clicking changes it from horizontal to vertical. And of course, this is just Battleship. Okay. And then there's this. These are little traps.
Whenever you're ready, take a shot.
Okay. Is it here?
Miss!
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 Oh, I'm gonna play a full game of this.
Miss!
Hit! You torched my taxi!
I win!
Ah, success. Alright, let's leave by hitting Esk.
Lord, I'm tired of this drivel.
You said it. While I'm doing this minigame showcase, might as well go highway surfing. I believe the... Wait, okay. How do I... Alright, you get points depending on how many of these you jump over. Timing is not necessarily the best because of the limitations of DOS as sort of a Twitch video game system. Ah, hey. I just noticed that there is probably different scenery in the background of each of these, which I think is a nice little touch.
This is what they do to merry-go-round horses who won't stay with the pack.
And I'm pretty sure the music is different, actually, come to think of it.
No way. Max will spook the horse.
Can't use Max on it.
I had no idea cacti were so festive.
Believe it.
I can't use these things together.
Okay.
It's a carousel of bootleg Sam and Max dress-up books.
Okay, so the last in the minigame showcase of this game's 5 minigames. Let's actually leave this. This requires a little bit of explanation. Oh, this inventory is getting so full. Let's use this. So we have these nice little pictures of Sam and Max, and we can take these little pieces and dress them all up into these wonderful outfits. I believe it just layers these things on top of one another. So, for instance, you could put this on top of this, and yep, very interesting. So let's see. Yeah, Gumball Head. LeChuck's Pizza, that's a reference. Bat behind him, for instance. Okay. And we need to give Sam a nice hat. Here we go. That's great. And that, like, this is all in service of copy protection. Let me see if I can bring up the manual here in real time using this Open Broadcaster software. All right, so we have the Crime Stoppers coloring book. Here's a nice little zoomed in JPEG of the box art with this skewed text. And we have this manual right here. I'd love to make this just a recurring feature. And you see these things right here. Copy protection. But of course, it doesn't really matter if you have a friend with a Xerox. It's especially weird, like, that this can be broken, considering the lengths to which they went to, or to which they went in games like Monkey Island 2, where there was this entire wheel that you would have to spin to get combinations of. And I suppose you could get a friend to separate the individual components of the wheel and scan them in, or something like that. But I don't know, it seems like it'd be way more, or a much larger pain to do than just simply this. Alright, so what I'm going to do is, oh, no, that's not it. Okay. What I'm going to do is I'm also going to bring up this hint book just in case. And that will be a nice helpful thing for later. So that's all the minigames that Sam and Max Hit the Road has to offer you. Enjoy them, please. Let's go. Finally. To the Mystery Vortex.
Sam, this place is making my head ping.
That's probably just the metal plate in your head.
Nice sound effects. I think this is one of the tourist traps that's based on an actual thing.
Good lord! It's a possessed outhouse!
This kind of thing wouldn't happen if they had indoor plumbing.
I think in this case, the same thing that the tourist trap in Gravity Falls is based on.
Who knows what makes these inanimate objects dance their infernal jitterbug?
I do! I think they're controlled by a series of really big magnets under the Earth's crust.
You're an ignorant dolt, Max.
I think this area actually made me physically ill at one point. I really appreciate this palette shifting right here. Can I look at anything here? Nope, apparently not. And here we see a bunch of optical illusions.
It's a player piano.
Another thing that just killed my computer, considering how many things were animating at once, considering these things shifting and moving, and Sam and Max changing in scale.
Don't play it again, Sam.
I get it. It's a reference to that film quote that doesn't actually exist. Nobody says play it again, Sam, in Casablanca.
Yipes!
Gravity's taken a holiday and lost its luggage.
That's not what I'm about to lose. I think I'm gonna throw up.
Throw down.
Whatever.
It's another tuft of Sasquatch hair and mange.
Why?
My rabbity senses tell me that this is not Bruno's hair and mange. Or maybe I'm in love.
Well, why not add it to the collection?
Looks like all the blood went to her head years ago. Stoof gib tuoba wonk oi odd taw?
I'm upside down, cutie, not dyslexic.
Oh. I feel like my sense of reality has just exploded.
Try cutting down on cholesterol.
Are you feeling as mentally unstable as I am?
More so.
It'll wear off in a few hours.
I'm looking for a Bigfoot.
You too? I used to have a Bigfoot napped like a ice over there. Yesterday, I stepped out to have my spine recompressed, and when I got back, he was gone.
Spine recompression. Cool.
Do you know who Conroy Bumpus is?
Yes, and he was here looking for a Bigfoot. Then he got sick and had to leave.
This place seems to have that effect on people. Do you sell any snow globes like this one?
We used to, but not anymore.
Why not?
Because they were having an inexplicably bad effect on the vortex. With every new snow globe we built, the vortex got weaker and weaker.
The same thing happens when I watch sitcoms.
So we decided to discontinue the snow globes for financial reasons.
I guess this means you don't have any snow globe stoppers.
You got it.
How sad.
We'll be back.
Back, front, it's all the same to me.
What does this do?
That special booth is filled with the magical, mystical mysteries of the universe.
Say that one 3 times really fast. Can we try the vortex?
Step right in.
I love that foreshortening effect on her face.
What pretty colors.
VGA gradients.
Neat.
Well, that's cool.
I can't reach the doorknob.
Yeah.
I can't reach the doorknob.
So that's a problem. There's so many doors in here, but he can't reach them. Or
I'd never fit through it.
you're too big for them.
I'd never fit through it.
There is, however, one extra place that you can go to. Oh, wait.
An 8-ball.
Here's an interesting thing. You could talk to it.
Hey, 8-ball. Will Max and me be together forever?
That's touching, Sam, but ask it something important like, when's our next meal?
And you can actually ask it questions.
Will we ever finish this Verschluggener quest?
Yes.
Will I ever recapture the carefree innocence of my youth?
Yes, definitely.
Are you lying?
No.
Okay. Alright, let's actually look at this.
That's a mirror.
Let's Darkseid our way through this.
I told you this place was controlled by giant magnets buried under the Earth's crust.
Lucky guess.
So this is interesting. There's a bunch of levers that he can flip. This confounded me for such a long time because you can interact with these two right here without having to scroll right, and there's no indication that there's anything over there. Nope. Max, come on. Buddy. I wanted to demonstrate the salient point. Alright, here we go. Okay, so that is what we have to do. I believe this allows us to get to the one door that actually does something here. Which is this door right here. Red and yellow makes orange, and we want to go through the orange door. Not the most accessible of puzzles, but...
Stop turning your head inside out, Max.
I can't. Let's leave.
Oh, apparently it's different every time. Okay, well, we have to try each one, I suppose. So, let's see. Which ones are there? Red and green. I suppose blue over there, so... Let's just turn yellow off and go down the list. Ah, adventure game traversal. There's nothing quite like it. Such an ominous effect right here. Okay, so... It's tuned to red. That means I should be tall enough to open this door. Okay. Have to wait for Max to get in. Yes! First try.
Who are you?
I'm Sam. He's Max. We bust punks.
And we're overachievers.
That's cool, man. I'm Shavul. What do you want with me?
Hey, Sam, look. Well, this bottled water is a real letdown.
Oh, it's the early 90s.
We need your help.
Help is my middle name. Or maybe it's Star Child.
Doug says hi.
That karmic waste of space? I bet he still spends his days zoned out in front of the TV watching crummy reruns.
Yeah, but now he's got cable.
1, 2, 3.
What are we fighting for?
Just checking.
Alright, tell me about Bigfoots.
What do you know about Bruno?
Bruno the Bigfoot?
Why do people keep asking that question?
Bruno and I go way back. I've always felt a special kinship with Bigfoots.
I feel the same way about pointy sticks.
Shh. I haven't thought about Bruno for years. Allow me a moment to karmically link myself to him.
If you must.
Hold on, I'm getting something. I see Frog Rock between the enchanted Argyle Forest and the inexplicable Valley of Lights. Wait, man, Bruno's in trouble. It's like several voices screaming out in terror and then suddenly silenced. Sorry, guys, but I can't get a clear psychic image of Bruno. The sad truth is that I haven't been able to concentrate very well since I lost my mood ring in the biggest ball of twine in the world. If you find it for me, maybe I can help you.
Could you repeat that bit about your missing mood ring again?
Okay, man. I lost it in the biggest ball of twine in the world.
I think he's trying to tell us something, Sam.
Ah, come on. Tell us about Bigfoots.
By telling you that Frog Rock is between the enchanted Argyle Forest and the inexplicable Valley of Lights, I may already have said too much. My lips are sealed.
How can we tell under that mustache?
Well, I guess that's all for now.
Make yourself at home.
Alright. I think we can look at these clippings.
Widower, 98, weds self. Severed head explodes, destroys bus. Widower, 98, weds self.
Anything else?
Plague of katydids terrorizes Christmas shoppers. Widower, 98, wed self.
All right.
Don't touch that.
No problem.
Okay. So let's just leave this calibrated here. You can imagine how frustrating this was, by the way. Like, this is an adventure game. As quickly as I'm breezing through it right now, this is an adventure game that, typical of adventure games, he got stuck in a whole lot. So imagine going into this and recalibrating in order to find, like, what happens in each individual door. Nope, I want to go over here. Thank you. Let's look directly at this. Totality. Okay, so I believe we have to go here? Largest ball of twine. Based on an actual ball of twine. The real thing is in Darwin, Minnesota. I've never been, but seems like it might be nice to see. It's I believe the size of a small room. Okay, so haven't actually interacted with the ball of twine yet.
Words like big and large only begin to describe this thing.
I think stupid and inane would be useful additions.
Not to mention grotesque.
See if I could use Max on it.
I don't think that'll work.
No.
I'd need something more snake-like to penetrate the twine.
That's a hint. You remember what was described as a pair of snakes? It's this.
It's a broken golf ball retriever.
So let's do this.
That might be a good idea, but the golf ball retriever's still broken.
Okay. So we have to do something with this. Well,
Jesse James' severed hand. And it's still twitching.
for the life of me, I can't recall what... Okay, I can't recall exactly what I have to do to open that jar, but I do need to do something with it. So, let's see here. Okay, object lists. Oh, and we have these wonderful comics here. Oh, that's great. I believe at least some of these appeared in in issues of Critters, the perennial black and white funny animal comics compilation in the 80s. Here's another example of these adventure game puzzles. Of the sort of stuff that you had to do. So back to Snuckies. Hey, we bought everything here. We got the rasp, we picked up the cup. What else could we possibly have to do here? Hi.
You're awfully cheery for a minimum wage earner.
All Snucky U graduates have completed courses.
Yep, that's right.
Snucky U? What's that?
I sense exposition, Sam.
I'm glad you asked, mister. Snucky U is where all Snucky's employees are sent to learn the ins, the outs, the ups, the downs, the overs, and the unders of the amazing gastronomical and cultural phenomenon that is Snuckies.
Fascinating.
No, it's not.
Humor him.
At Snucky U, we're given intensive courses in patty pounding, choosing the right button for soft drinks, and the all-important pickle jar opening.
I had no idea you were so rigorously trained.
Hey, I can open any jar in the country.
Cool.
No, it's not.
Now, how can I put all that Snucky U training to use for you?
So that's very important, because we have this jar that needs opening.
Hey, can you open this for me?
Sure, ain't a jar made I can't open.
He has no problem opening this jar in particular.
Anything else I can do for you?
Nothing.